What's going on, boys and girls? This is your boy Jet 3, and I want to invite all my passengers back on the Jet 3 flight as I take you for a trip through the atmosphere. This one's near and dear to my heart. This one is about the breakup of Slaughterhouse, and the reason this is near and dear to me is because Slaughterhouse is one of my top favorite 5 groups of all time. This comes on the heels of King Crooked announcing that he's no longer affiliated with Slaughterhouse and that he is doing his own thing. I don't think this is a shock to anybody. Slaughterhouse hasn't released anything since 2013, but they've always moved as a unit when speaking with about each other and about the group, that they were still together. The long-awaited project Glass House, coming off Shady Records, that was produced by Just Blaze, never was released, and nobody really can explain why. All parties confirm that it is finished, and it has been finished. So what I want to break down is what happened with Slaughterhouse. What I think happened is you've got 4 incredibly creative entities who are somewhat successful on their own, and then when they come together, even though they get along and everything, I think it's hard for the 4 of them to totally agree on everything, so then it's hard for decisions to get made. Not to mention that they're also on Shady Records. M is very creative in his own right, and I'm sure M and his team had input too, so you've probably got at any given time 10 to 15 people trying to decide on different things, and I think things just didn't come together. What I don't understand is how come they never released the Glass House album. Some of the guys, I've looked at numerous interviews, some of the guys they're not sure why it's not out either. Royce gave an explanation a couple weeks ago saying that it needed a little bit of tweaking. It was done, but they felt if they let it out now, then it would be dated. And I kind of feel the same way. I'd like to hear the Glass House album for myself because I am a big Slaughterhouse fan, but if they released it right now and it was mostly done in 2013, probably 2012, that's 6 years old, and I'm sure that album is going to sound dated, and I think if you release that, it's just going to tarnish the image of Slaughterhouse. What I would like to see, when you listen to the interviews and you hear them talk, there's no animosity toward each other, which I think is really cool. They always call themselves family, even if they don't agree with each other. They say, look, Royce said, hey, Joe's entitled to his opinion. I don't agree with Joe's opinion, but Joe's still my guy. I'm going to support him. And I like the way that these guys, it doesn't look like there's any animosity or beef. Even when Crooked Eye made his announcement that he left, he said, nothing personal against Shady Records, nothing personal against Slaughterhouse. He's like, I want to do my own thing. And he wished everybody, good luck. That's what I really like about these guys. These guys are older. They've been in the industry, all of them 15, 20 plus years. And I think, they're more mature and they're not into this beef thing. Another thing that I always sense, and this is just my personal opinion from watching Slaughterhouse interact, is that the real connect was between Joe and Royce, and Royce's connection to M. I never felt that Joe and M were on the same page. They were kind of friends because of Royce, and I think that Joe came into the Slaughterhouse group on the strength of Royce, and Royce, Eminem trusting Royce. So I kind of always felt there was a little tension there. And then when the whole Everyday Struggle thing came, when Joe was, criticizing Eminem's album, I don't think that helped. I don't think there's any real beef there, but I think Eminem, he's already standoffish and a lot to himself. I think he's kind of like, I'm good there. Another thing that I'd like to touch base with is, since 2013, each member has put out multiple projects. I'd say 3 to 4 at least from each member, and so it's not like their creative juices aren't still, flowing. It's not like they're not hungry. So I gotta believe that they just feel at this time in their careers, at their age and what they can do on their own is they can go their own direction. They can be a lot more successful by themselves at this time. It's just one entity making the decisions, and they don't have to deal with all the politics. They can just release music at their own leisure. For you guys who haven't heard, man, definitely go check out the Prime and Prime 2 albums, which is the collaboration between DJ Premier and Royce da 5'9". These are great albums, so he's having his own success. Joe's turned into a social media personality all over the place. So I think that these guys have a bright future in any direction they decide to go. And last but not least, on a personal wish list for me, because like I told you, I'm a big Slaughterhouse fan of these guys individually, and as a collective. I like each one of them individually, but I love them as a collective. As a Slaughterhouse fan, on a wish list for me to you guys, I would love to see a Slaughterhouse EP. I don't think we need to see a whole album from them, you know, maybe 6-7 songs. Modern producers, updated with them now so it doesn't sound dated with everything they've gone through the last 5 or 6 years. I think that it would be great to see their perspective, how they are now. So that's all I got. It's your boy Jet 3. I'm out. Peace.